What if I told you that your biggest challenge right now is actually your biggest opportunity? The idea is to cycle through input, output, and analysis repeatedly, getting better with each iteration. The first stage in this process is the input. This is where you put in the initial work. The key here is to emphasize taking action without worrying too much about perfection. For a YouTube channel, the input is creating a video. Let's say you decide to create 10 videos about a specific topic, such as fitness or personal development. The first task is just creating and uploading these videos. Don't overthink the details, and the main goal is to get those videos out there. The important thing at this stage is consistency and committing to the process of creating. Nothing happens without input. If you don't put anything into the system, you won't have any data to work with. What we want to gather here is data. The output stage is a result of your input. This is where you will start to see the measurable key performance indicators, in other words, the KPIs, that reflect how well the input performed. After uploading your first few YouTube videos, you start seeing views, likes, comments, subscribers trickling in. These are your output metrics. This is your data. Did people engage with the video? How many new subscribers did you get? What kind of comments did the viewers leave? Positive or negative? This stage isn't about instant success, but about getting data points. Even if a video gets only 50 views, that's 50 pieces of feedback that you can analyze. The output is your real-time feedback. It's the first checkpoint where you can start to gather data. But remember, output isn't the goal. It's the data you need to improve. This is the most critical part of the process and where real growth happens. Analysis means looking at the output, understanding what worked and what didn't, and identifying areas to improve. The goal is not to just look at the data, but to extract insights that inform your next steps. Let's say you've uploaded 10 videos on YouTube. Now you're analyzing the data for all of them. Which videos got the most views? Why do you think that happened? Did a certain thumbnail perform better? Was there a particular video length that worked best? Which videos had the most engagement? In the comment section. Use a systematic approach to break down what each metric is telling you. For example, view count might show you how appealing your topic or title was. Like could indicate the quality or relevance of the content. Comments may provide specific feedback on what resonated with the audience. Analysis is where you can fine-tune the process. Maybe your titles aren't optimized for SEO. Maybe your videos that offer more specific niche advice are performing better than the broad ones. You could notice that longer videos, 10 to 15 minutes, retain viewers better than shorter videos. That's data. You need to analyze the data. If you don't analyze your data, you're essentially flying blind. The feedback loop. This is for repetition and improvement. Now, this is an interesting one, okay? The feedback loop. Repetition and improvement. The idea is to cycle through input, output, and analysis repeatedly, getting better with each iteration. Now that you've analyzed the first 10 videos, you create a plan to improve based on what you've learned. You tweak your video titles and thumbnails. You make sure to engage more in the comment sections based on the feedback, to test out different video lengths based on your analysis of viewer retention. That's if you're a YouTuber. This can be applied to anything. After implementing these changes, you create another set of 10 videos. This is a new input. As you cycle through the process again, you get more output, more data to analyze. And with each round of analysis, you make further improvements. This is a never-ending process. The more you repeat the cycle, the more improvements you can make. With each iteration, you're making data-driven decisions rather than just guessing. Why can't you copy someone else's system? You can't just copy paste someone else's blueprint or method because that what works for someone else might not work for you. Another YouTuber might have success by posting 3 videos a week on a niche topic. But if your audience responds better to one high quality video a week, that's your data telling you something specific, something different from their blueprint. If you just copy them, that's not going to end well for you, my friend. I'm telling you. Everyone's data is different, and following someone else's process without looking at your own data is the quickest way to fail. That's why analysis and feedback loops are so important. You need to find what works for you, not what works for someone else. What works for me probably won't work for you, and what works for you probably won't work for me. And what works for Mosey isn't what will work for you. It's gonna be different. I promise you that. Now, here's how you apply this process beyond YouTube. That's if you still haven't, figured out how to do that on your own. I'll just explain you. Let me make it simple for you. The beauty of this method is that it works universally, really, anyway. In business, in relationships, although you do it differently in relations, way differently, but in business, sports, and other things, even like academia, it works really well. Usually transfers the same. When it comes to relationships, you need to change quite a few things. But I'm not a relationship advice coach, so I won't be explaining that. That's for you to figure out your own. Here's an example in business. You launch a product, gather customer feedback, use the output, and analyze what worked. Use that to refine the next product or marketing campaign. In fitness, follow a workout plan, that's the input. You track results like weight or strength, that's the output. And you analyze the data to tweak the workout. You see that you gain more muscle in your biceps by doing bicep curls than from doing bench press. And if you want bigger biceps, obviously, you're going to do the bicep curls. That's how you get better. You follow the data. In personal development, here's how it goes. You set a goal, you track the progress, you analyze the outcome, and adjust the approach based on what the data tells you. Now, that's just a simple overview. The process doesn't change. It's input output analysis applied in cycles until you've optimized your approach. And when you find something that works, stick to it. Don't try to fix what ain't broke. That's why Apple really believes in that. That's why the iPhones look the same, the pros, because they aren't trying to fix what ain't broke because it's making them money. What most people do is they find something that works, then they try and change it before it even breaks. Then they stop making money. Then they start wondering what happened. But it's because you changed the thing that was working. If you find the thing that's working, do that thing and do a lot more of that thing up until it doesn't work, up until it breaks. That's when you decide, okay, maybe I need to pivot a bit. Maybe I need to change my model. That's the point when you're like, not at the very start. That's dumb. This doesn't work if you don't actually do the work. You need to actually do the work for you to be able to have data to analyze in the first place. All right. So I need you to stop watching all the YouTube videos on whatever thing that you're trying to do and try and do that thing at least once. How many YouTube videos have you already watched today on the same topic, trying to do that one particular thing? I know it's something you were trying to do, but you still haven't done it. Why? It's not an information gap, it's a skill gap. And that skill gap isn't bridged by information, it's bridged by action. You get better by doing the thing over and over and over again. So you actually need to get the reps in and then collect the data and then look at that data. Okay, then analyze that data and then change the action the next time. Because you don't want to do the same thing too many times. Because doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome is the very definition of insanity, according to Albert Einstein. The important thing here is to be consistent because these are cycles. You don't just do. You analyze and then you sit. No, you analyze and then you do it again. And then you do it again. And then you do another cycle. That's how you actually get shit done. And that's how you improve on a consistent basis. but you won't improve on a consistent basis if you don't work on a consistent basis. It's simple, yeah? If you learn from the results, you improve every single time. Thank you for watching the video, guys. And if you want to see another one on a topic that's very familiar that will help you scale your business or your AI agency, just watch the video up there.